everyone. Welcome to week 2 in SFAH's Garden. We hope that you've had a good week. Today, I'm going to be putting tomato cages on the tomatoes and showing you around the garden a little bit more. Everything's grown a lot since we saw you last. So the reason we put tomato cages on the tomatoes is to help support the plant as it grows. If you want to zoom in here, we actually grew these tomatoes, they're cherry tomatoes, from seed we started them back in March. So I put a couple of cages on the tomatoes already. And as the tomatoes continue to grow, it will support the stems and the leaves and eventually the tomatoes. I'm just going to put the cages on the tomatoes like this. Make sure that it's even around them. Gives the leaves enough space, and if I have any that are tall enough, just put them on like this. And here's our other one. This one's a little bit bigger. Good. And this is also a good way for us to keep track how they're growing. As they continue to get bigger, we can see how much they're growing each day. If you also want to zoom in here, I just wanted to show you guys the lettuce that's been growing over the past week. This is about 7 days since we planted the seeds. You can see some lettuce here, lettuce coming up right here, all along the side. You can also see that our peppers are growing really well since we planted them. They've basically doubled in size, and next week we're going to talk about staking them as they continue to grow a bit bigger. The last thing I wanted to show you guys today is this lettuce right here is ready to be picked. So with the lettuce at camp, what we try and do is we try and pick it as often as possible. Once it's ready, we pick it because lettuce will grow back pretty quickly, and you can continue to enjoy lettuce from the same plant for quite a few weeks. So to pick the lettuce, what we do is we pinch right at the bottom towards the root, and we get all the leaves on the outside of the plant. This is butter lettuce. It tastes really good with like lettuce wraps or in a salad. And we are going to give this lettuce to some local campers that can enjoy it while we're able to use it. Here we go. Moving on to our 2 smaller gardens, we planted these a few weeks earlier than our larger garden that will be following throughout the summer, but we wanted to show you them anyways. So in the camp gardens, we have a small amount of space. We want to make the best amount of space for our time. So we have radishes, which will be ready to pick in about 30 days. So these are about day 20. So in about 10 days, we'll pick these. We have a strawberry plant. We have some lettuce that we've picked and given away to some local campers. We have zucchini that we're growing up, and you can see the flowers on the zucchini, and we actually have some baby zucchini in there as well. Also in this garden, we have cucumbers that we're growing up on a trellis. So if you've seen the gardens at camp before, if you see pictures of the gardens, we have these poles with some netting on them. What this netting is designed to do is to keep the deer away. We have lots and lots of deer near us here in Southampton, and we like to keep them up and keep the deer out of our gardens. They especially love the lettuce. So you can see here, this is what the netting looks like usually during the day. So in this garden, we've got some spinach that was just freshly picked, lots of cilantro right here. We've got parsley growing right here, some basil plants right here, some more parsley. We have a couple of more tomato plants right here and right here. And then we have a couple of pea plants here. And what I wanted to show you guys is we actually have flowers already. So eventually these will turn into the fruit or the vegetable. So that's it for this week in SFAH's Garden. I hope you enjoyed the garden tour, and we'll keep you posted as things continue to grow. This is now your 2nd week of growing your own plant that you may have gotten in your Camp in the Box. We hope that everything's growing and it's going well and you enjoyed planting your seeds, whatever you may have gotten in your Camp in the Box. what you may be seeing is you may be seeing a little bit of green popping up from the soil, whether it's a sunflower, some herbs, or a different kind of flower. You may see some green popping up and things starting to really grow and you being able to see progress. If you don't see any green yet, don't worry. You still got at least another week or 10 days to keep your eye out. So make sure you're watering it a little bit each day and keeping it in direct sunlight so it can grow.